igama elisuselwa kuleli gama lesilungu kuthiwa achieve, uku-achieving. Angisala leli gama elithathwe from the Hebrew. Uma usul interpreter in the Latin, liqonde ukuthi you will achieve from the day you are born. Kahle akufuneka bekuthiwe i-Kaizer Chiefs. Linganulaliwe leli gama ekuthiwa i-Chiefs. Kahle i-Kaizer achieves. I-Kaizer achieves. Shapa Kosi, i-Kaizer achieves. Nomnganzani kodwa i-Kaizer izo-achiever. Oh yes, Kaizer achieves. Kahle leli gama elithi Chiefs igama elisuselwa kuleli gama lesilungu kuthiwa achieve, uku-achieving.
Tata.
Leli gama elithathwe from the Hebrew. Uma usul interpreter in the Latin, liqonde ukuthi you will achieve from the day you are born. Kahle akufuneka bekuthiwe i-Kaizer Chiefs. Linganulaliwe leli gama ekuthiwa i-Chiefs. Kahle i-Kaizer achieves. I-Kaizer achieves. Shapa Kosi, i-Kaizer achieves. Nomnganzani kodwa i-Kaizer izo-achiever. Oh yes, Kaizer achieves.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys
leli gama
doing
elithi
well.
Chiefs igama elisuselwa kuleli gama lesilungu kuthiwa achieve, uku-achieving.
Hope you guys are doing well this morning. This is a happy morning, especially for Kaizer Chiefs fans. 2 wins in a row. We'll get to what that means in our second segment, in our second conversation. What we're going to start with is yesterday's game versus Polokwane City. Then we're going to move in to their league so far. Then we're going to move into what could Kaizer Chiefs achieve this season. As you heard, Pastor there says it's not Kaizer Chiefs this season, it's Kaizer achieves. So what will Kaizer Chiefs achieve this season? We'll just have to see how that works out. But first and foremost, let's begin with yesterday's game against Polokwane City. Let's check out the highlights quick. What is it? Oh. Jesus. My camera keeps messing with me, y'all. Super Sport, right? Hopefully we'll find it here. Oh, here it is.
In the commentary box, and I suppose Kaizer Chiefs fans are hoping this might be the change of fortunes as far as the league is concerned. Squad for tonight, so Gaston Sereno into the starting lineup.
It's a team that wants to attack. If you look at the Lepo, look out for the combination of Motsa alongside Mbundlela. There's Nkaki on that left-hand side. It is Mapangule waiting to pounce at the right moments. For Chiefs, of course, the confidence is high. If you look at how they've assembled themselves, they want to attack more.
So underway here at Soccer City. Ramabu here on the right-hand side with his pace is also going to be dangerous. Ooh, a little bit of a mistake at the back there. They've let Polokwane City in here. Shot comes in, and Peterson makes the save.
So that was a mistake from Tele, who let the Polokwane player in.
Good effort from Kamini.
Took the opportunity. The good thing is that he got it on target.
Will not forget in a hurry. We'll get to that in a moment too. He has the effort. Straight at Peterson. The rebound. They're all queuing up there at Polokwane City.
The dependent numbers, when they get the opportunity to attack and put the opponent under pressure, Polokwane City, you look at the numbers that they're having there in the box, they're able to match shifts, but the fact that they get the ball on target and making it difficult. Brendan Peterson, it's a real threat for Chiefs.
Fetching and carrying and prodding and probing on the edge of the area. Kambala from range. Just tipped over the top there. Sereno. Shabalala leaves it. Sereno to take it. Sereno floats it well over the top. I think that'll be the country. Stellenbosch with Pili scoring against Magesi. Magesi actually beat them at home last season. Good shot from Lilepo. And Bwiri turns it away. Mundlela.
They gave him the space. That's the space that have been stretching.
No, delivery is high to the back post. Lilepo climbs above the defence almost out of nowhere. It's almost out of nothing. They would have been absolutely furious, Polokwane City, to concede this way. But it's a good, strong header from the Congolese. He's been amongst the goals towards the end of the last campaign and again here at the beginning of this new season. Well, that's it for the first half. Referee Gaza says we've seen enough here of the action. Your thoughts, Brian Mate, on the first 45?
He's great in the air and he's got great technique of shooting.
Ramabu gets it out wide. And Cross will let this go away for a throw-in. Lobo. Lilepo, chance here on the edge of the area. Referee has a look, shot comes in. And Guide, to be fair, that's the first time he's had to make a diving save in this game.
So that's
switching
getting
over onto that left-hand side to see if he can get some traction there.
And something needs to happen. So this was one of the very few crosses.
Now what can Chiefs do here on the edge of the area? This is looking a little more promising. Chance at the back post.
This guy should have, no way. Look at this, guys.
Now what can Chiefs do here on the edge of the area? This is looking a little more promising. Chance at the
this guy here.
Back post. Frosler again. Plays
to
up goal. Pumped into the back of the net.
So if this
again.
So
yeah, on the edge of the area. This is looking a little more promising. Chance at the back post. Frosler again. Plays it up goal. Pumped into the back of the net. Kaizer Chiefs with Ndlovu making his impact in front of the home fans.
When they're listening to us to say that they need to up the tempo, they need to be much more aggressive. They immaculately dressed. Dignity needed to celebrate. They dressed for the occasion, not to show for it. And they needed to do that, Chiefs. This man, Ndlovu, of course, we talked Devon City. It was Maritzburg. That's where he used to be at some point.
Yeah, Maritzburg and then in their colours.
They did. They kept it alive with desperate attack.
And they'll be happy just to keep possession in these closing stages. That's it. Kaizer Chiefs have won a second successive league match, and they will be top of the table with Marumo Gallants after tonight.
Kaizer Chiefs performed fairly well. No, let me not lie. That game was not the most entertaining, but they were solid defensively. But Polokwane City were no threat, guys. If we are honest, Polokwane City are no threat. They sold our police to Orlando Pirates, and it seems as though the players that are still in the team or the players that are signed are not good enough. For me, they don't seem like a team that finished 7th last season. I think this season they're going to struggle. They haven't scored a goal. Yes, it's only 2 games in, but they haven't scored a goal. This is their 3rd loss on the trot. They lost to Orlando Pirates in the MTN 8 quarterfinals. They lost their first game, and now they lose against Kaizer Chiefs. So I don't think anything is going to go well for them. Let's move on to Kaizer Chiefs and their season so far. They played 2 games. Their first game was against Stellenbosch. Stellenbosch went down to 10 men in the 13th minute. The resultant free kick, Kaizer Chiefs punished them 1-0. Stellenbosch are down to 10 men. So you'd think that Kaizer Chiefs would kick on and consolidate the lead and actually add more because they're still early in the game. But Stellenbosch actually had more of the opportunities in the first half. They actually looked like the better team. Going into the second half, I suppose that one player advantage took its toll and Stellenbosch faded. Kaizer Chiefs, it's not that Kaizer Chiefs were so much better, but they were more comfortable than they were in the first half. And in the 90th minute, they got a penalty 2-0 against Stellenbosch. Kaizer Chiefs did beat Stellenbosch twice last season, home and away. So it seems as though Kaizer Chiefs is Stellenbosch's bogey team. Stellenbosch is, of course, a very good team that finished third last season behind Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. Then last night's game versus Polokwane City. Well, my summary of the game is both teams, they didn't have control. Neither team had control of the game, but Kaizer Chiefs, I suppose, if somebody had to win the game, it was them, but they weren't offering much in attack, but they were good defensively, and there were spells where they had good position. So it's 2 wins on the chart. On the one end, you look at it like this. Kaizer Chiefs' first game against Stellenbosch was a smash and grab. They should not have won that game. The second game was against a very poor Polokwane City side, and they made it hard work. On the other side, Kaizer Chiefs did what they had to do. Beautiful football or no beautiful football, they won the games. And in a league, you have to win a game. I heard this quote, I'm not too sure from which podcaster or which analyst who said he heard it from Sir Alex Ferguson, who said that a league cannot be lost in the early a league cannot be won in the early games, but it can be lost. I hate bringing up Orlando Pirates in this situation, but let's look at Orlando Pirates and their situation. 2 games in which they created a lot of opportunities, but 0 points. Kaizer Chiefs, 2 games in which they didn't create as much opportunities, but they have 6 points. And this gives them stability, or gives them the base from where to start the season from. Winning early in a Premier League season, it counts a lot. It counts a lot, and Kaizer Chiefs, that's what Kaizer Chiefs are doing now. Let's hear what assistant coach, because unfortunately, Coach Nasruddin Nabi is not available to coach Kaizer Chiefs because of the situation with his wife. His wife was in an accident, so he's back home now. So it's the assistants who've been coaching Kaizer Chiefs. Let's hear what they've been saying, what they saw of the game. But before we get them, so you guys let me know which one is better. Could you say Orlando Pirates perform better than Kaizer Chiefs? Of course, Orlando Pirates have the higher ceiling in terms of they have the better quality players. They have proven their, maybe not say worth, but they have proven they are the better team over the past 3 seasons at minimum. But they have nothing to show for it as so far as the league right now. I want to coach Farouk Khan his opinions of the game.
Abazulu was no walkovers. I think Abazulu is a team that can compete this season. But if you look at Polokwane, they're playing for their lives. You look at last game against Stellies, if you look at both goals, beautiful free kick, but we didn't play as well as we should. And at the end, that penalty from Duka, I mean, come on, guys. That was a penalty, a schoolboy error. All you had to do was stand still. The ball was going nowhere. So I look at it from those moments in the game. And that's where I make my analysis. I'm not emotional. I'm not looking at the result, because the result can sometimes be a case of not a true reflection of the game. I'm looking at Chiefs in the first half. It wasn't impressive enough. They kept possession for the sake of it. They didn't have that momentum to get in behind the defense. They didn't threaten the keeper as much. For me, that stats is important, Brad. And I think going into the next game now, we need to see a more formidable team. Yes, they fiddling around with players coming in. Modi, when he came on, I want to see more, because we know what he's capable of. But again, not the best of performances, So you never know when you see these performances. But let's hope the next game, like I said the last time, let's hope the Polokwane game is going to be better. But I don't think there was much of an improvement.
Yeah, and Tsepo, we spoke a while back about how many sort of certain starters the Chiefs had, guaranteed starters, and we kind of came up with 4. Obviously Tele definitely, Miguel definitely, and then we kind of said Moniane and Peterson because of their pre-seasons that also guaranteed starters. Can I put this to you? There's 2 more now maybe after tonight. And Ndlovu made a big impact off the bench, and I mean, he's still a long way from fitness. It's not just his goal, but also he maybe can do some of them. Tetwa.
As you can hear, Coach Farouk Khan is not impressed with the win against Polokwane City. He's not impressed with Kaizer Chiefs so far in the season. He feels that he hasn't seen enough. Kaizer Chiefs fans, tell me what you think.
Destruction, but also some of the novel passing, so that he's kind of in between those 2 players. I'd say he might be the best partner for Tsele, and he's still getting fit. And then Paseka Marco, who wasn't even going to come on, he only came on because Bradley Cross injured his hamstring. It was going to be Vilakazi. He came on, and immediately you can see the quality in his passing. I'm going to say straight now, these are 2 guaranteed starters, because if you compare who they're competing with in their positions, they look like players. We can maybe say 6 players now on the team sheet are more guaranteed. What do you think about that, Tsepo?
No, I was quite impressed with the 2 guys, but we already know them. But again, it shows that our cry, especially last season when we spoke that we were speaking about quality. Quality doesn't mean quality only in the field on the 11 guys. So right now they have a bench.
Getting into something else now. What I wanted to discuss is Kaizer Chiefs, their prospects for the season. What are Kaizer Chiefs' prospects for the season? What would be considered a good season for Kaizer Chiefs? Right now, they are second on the table, joint first place with Skukune United, Marumo Gallants, and Durban City. It's very early in the season, but of course, we have to overreact. Otherwise, we wouldn't have jobs, right? What are the prospects for the season? Kaizer Chiefs fans, of course, they'll take it further and say, no, they'll win the league. Okay, Kaizer Chiefs, as of right now, will they be able to win the league? Do they have the quality to win the league? Let's check the next 5 fixtures. And then from there, we check the quality in the team in terms of the players they have. And then from there, we'll discuss what's realistic and what's not for Kaizer Chiefs this season. Okay, Kaizer Chiefs. Let's start with the first 5 fixtures coming up. It's against Richards Bay. Richards Bay at home. You'd like to think that Kaizer Chiefs should be good enough to beat Richards Bay. Then it's at home against Mamelodi Sundowns. At home against Mamelodi Sundowns on a Wednesday. I'm not too sure what's going on there, why Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns are playing during the week. Can somebody tell me why is this the case? Then Golden Arrows away. Golden Arrows are never an easy team to play. Then Skukuda United are tough. So let's stick with that 4. So out of the next 4 fixtures for Kaizer Chiefs in the league, 2 are very tough. 1 is tough. And 1 is, it's the Betway Premiership. No points are guaranteed. Look at Orlando Pirates. The Richards Bay one, if they can get 3 points of Richards Bay, that'll put them on 9. Then they go into the Mamelodi Sundowns game with confidence. And they have a big break between these games. Mamelodi Sundowns are playing this weekend against Orlando Pirates in the semi-final of the MTN 8, the first leg. Then the weekend of the 24th, they are playing the second leg. So Kaizer Chiefs have 2 games, have only 1 game. Mamelodi Sundowns would have played 3 games before they get to play them on the 27th. Is that a plus for Kaizer Chiefs? It's still the start of the season. Can we really talk about fatigue and all those? Could Mamelodi Sundowns be playing themselves into fitness whilst Kaizer Chiefs playing themselves into match fitness while Kaizer Chiefs are sitting and waiting and there are 10 days between their games? That's, I don't know. I'm not a fitness guru. So I don't know. You guys will let me know. I don't have the answer to that question. Then, when they play against Mamelodi Sundowns, Kaizer Chiefs don't win against Mamelodi Sundowns in the league. So I don't want to, I want to be realistic. Kaizer Chiefs are not going to win against Mamelodi Sundowns. You can book that. Kaizer Chiefs are not going to win against Mamelodi Sundowns. And then Golden Arrows, the game against Golden Arrows. This is a winnable game. Golden Arrows, coached by Mangoba Nnete, a good team. But, of course, there are areas where they lack the quality. But Kaizer Chiefs, if they're not threatening to score goals,